Scorpio, what is up, my lovely Scorpios? I hope you are having a fantastic week so far, and I hope you have a fantastic week coming up. I just want to let you know that I have the free reading draw still available until I hit 100 subscribers. I'm at 60 right now, which is awesome. So yeah, if you want to hit subscribe and let me know down below in the comments that you subscribed, you're entered, and I will contact you when the drawing happens. All right. Okay, cool. Awesome, Scorpio. Well, this is also for Scorpio rising. So if you don't know your rising sign, go to astro.com and you can find out your birth information there. But if you know your correct time of birth, if you don't know, you can always use your moon sign, which you can just go by the day, see what phase of the moon you were in, or what sign you were in for the moon. It shouldn't change too much if you go by like a noon chart. Or you can go by your sun sign, which isn't as accurate, but I still feel like a lot of people vibe with that one. All right, so let's go through your astrology, and I will shuffle the cards. All right, so Mercury is in your sign, and that is bringing unexpected, a bunch of unexpected energy because of the opposition to Uranus, which is in your 7th house of partnerships. And like, so you could be having people just coming out of nowhere, like maybe not out of nowhere, but like your business partners or your romance partner just coming out of nowhere with stuff, like just bringing stuff to your surface, and it almost feeling, because it's in opposition to you, it can feel like an attack, but it's not that. It's just literally information, because it's Mercury opposite Uranus. So it's a very disruptive energy, and it's going to kind of happen for like the next couple of weeks. So just be aware of that, so you can take on whatever happens in stride, knowing that it's not you, and you're not really doing anything. You're not doing anything wrong, unless you are, of course. But just know that that's the energy that's coming at you this week. All right, and like we're also going to have Mercury going retrograde, which will hit that energy again. So that's why it's kind of like an extended like couple week thing. Usually it would just be like, oh, just like past, like the opposition would just go past, and then you'd continue with Mercury. But instead, Uranus is up here and Mercury's here, and it's like going like zoot, and then Uranus is still kind of moving, and then Mercury is going to come back again, and then it's going to go and break off in a couple weeks. I don't know if that finger thing made any sense to you, but that's just how it is. All right, the sun will be square Jupiter and opposite Mars between the 10th and 12th. The sun will be shining from like a hidden place in your life. So you can kind of see like maybe anxieties and stuff kind of altering your routines, which I mean, like, sometimes things got to change in order to serve you better, right? And also kind of things just coming out of nowhere as well, since the 12th house rules hidden things, or like hidden enemies and stuff. So kind of expect some little bit of a kerfuffle there. And then on the 9th, we're going backwards today, there is a nice sextile between a few planets, like Mercury, Venus, the moon, and Neptune. So this is like a really kind of like dreamy energy, but it's also like really kind. And I feel like this is a nice kind of break before we get into like a major square aspect with the moon, sun, Mars, Jupiter, and Pluto, which is coming up on the 10th. And then Uranus will be trine Venus in your 11th house of hopes and wishes. So maybe something unexpected, like maybe unexpected money, or just something kind of wild, like something positive also. But yeah, I think that's about it as far as your astrology goes. If you like the astrology, please let me know. I'll continue doing it. And if you don't like the astrology, well, I'll remind you that you can always skip ahead. All right, because I like doing the astrology for you guys. It's a little bit more work than just reading cards, of course, because I have to look at charts and make sure everything's right. But I like doing it. All right, so let's go into where you're at right now, or what lessons you've recently learned, all that kind of stuff. And then we'll go into your actions, or what's going to come up for this week. And then we'll get into your messages from Spirit. We'll do the oracle cards and the rune at the very end if you want to stick around for that. All right, let's get into this, Scorpio. So let's see, what do we got coming up for Scorpios? Where are they at right now? Where are my lovely Scorpios at right now? All right. What are you fighting about? You're fighting about something. You're infighting with people. I feel like this is like a very competitive thing. You're just, you know, you're a little bit. I mean, it's Mercury in your first sign, so you're probably moving around a lot. You're probably doing a lot of stuff right now, Scorpio. So yeah, I mean, let's see what the underlying energy of this is. What's the underlying energy of this combative sort of fiery energy? Because like if you look, they're all on the same playing field. They all have the same stick. They're just kind of playing and competing. So let's see what this energy is. The High Priestess, is that the, yeah, well, I feel okay, so you're infighting with people, you're being competitive because you haven't stepped into your power. You haven't seen that you're kind of above this. And this is a call to remember your power, remember your strength with the High Priestess here. I mean, she's basically, I want to say she's like Lilith, because that's the kind of vibe I get from her. Because Lilith was the first person, the first woman rather, and she was too intense for Adam, and so she left, and then they made made Eve out of Adam's rib, so it would be more like him. So Lilith, I feel like she is like the divine, powerful feminine who's like kind of like unapologetic. So maybe this is what you need to kind of embody more in your life, so that you don't feel like you're a part of the crowd. Just like, you know, maybe you want to feel like part of the crowd, maybe you don't want to feel like part of the crowd, but Scorpio, I don't feel like you want to be part of the crowd. I feel like you want to be somebody special, you want to be somebody new. So I feel like stepping into your divine power will help you do that. All right, we got another card here for clarifier. 9 of Pentacles. Okay, so what's going on with your self-worth? Why don't you feel like you deserve this like abundance that you've grown? Yeah, you're definitely not feeling in your power right now, Scorpio. What is going on? Oh, whoa. Too many. Let's go back. Okay, what is the underlying energy of this Queen of Pentacles? 2 of Cups. Oh, okay. So did you feel like, or did you have recently like a breakup or something, or like a falling out with somebody? I don't feel like this is a heartbreak. I just feel like this is, you know, maybe you separated from somebody, or, you know, or maybe somebody left, or maybe this is just like, you know, it just feels like you were with somebody and then, you know, you're basically metaphorically spilled your cups and let all that energy out. And now you're feeling like you don't deserve things, or, you know, you don't feel like in your power. So now you're just stuck in this kind of like, no, me kind of state with all these wands in here. I just feel like, yeah, I feel like you've lost some of that energy that you had. I feel like before you were this. I feel like you were in your power, and I feel like you did feel you deserved it, which you do. But then this relationship or whatever this is, whatever situation came up for you, I mean, it's the 2 of Cups. It's like basically the soulmate card. So with it upside down, I feel like this is like some sort of separation. It's not the 3 of Swords, which would represent a heartbreak, but it is a sort of dissolution of a connection, which, I mean, when you're with somebody, you can feel really powerful and you can feel really worth it. But I'm reminded to say that, you know, you still, regardless of whatever the situation is, you still need to remember your power. You still need to remember your self-worth. Like, this is very important. All right. So, okay, let's get into what's coming up for you this week. Hopefully it's better than what you've been going through recently. Jeez. Let's see what's coming up for this week. What is coming up for my lovely Scorpios? And remember, you're connecting through time and space to my hand. So if you focus on my hands, I will draw the cards faster. Oh, see? The cards flew up. Page of Swords, this is a message coming in for you. Let's see what this message is about. What is this message about? It's an idea or some writing, maybe an email, or maybe on Instagram, somebody trying to reach out to you. So check your unread messages. We got the 5 of Cups here. Okay, so this message is about feeling bad. Somebody feels bad. Either it's you, or I feel like this is somebody else coming in and saying you know what, I spilled the cups. I feel really bad about it. They're all over the ground. I'm just sad. Look at all this crap I'm dealing with. But you know what? I feel like maybe they can tell you, or you can tell them that, dude, look behind you. You have 2 cups and a bridge to happiness, because the home usually represents happiness in the tarot. So if you can see like, see, if you look in this Two of Cups, like the home is like way far away. So this is like kind of like the beginning of something, and maybe it was a foiled beginning. Okay, so yeah, anyway, so let's go into this. This Five of Cups, yeah, so it's basically like, you know what, if you would just turn around, if you look on the bright side of it, like, yes, the situation sucks, you lost 3 cups, you lost this relationship, you lost this celebration, because the Three of Cups is the celebration card, and with them all spilled, it's like, you know, I feel shitty, I feel like I can't celebrate, I don't feel like I have anything. But if you look behind you, you have the Two of Cups, which is here, you have another connection here. So maybe that's what this message is about. Maybe somebody's coming in to remind you that you still have more opportunity out in the world. So don't get too bent out of shape, and try to remember that you are still worth it regardless of what happens, Scorpio. All right, let's see. Let's get some more messages. What is up with this? What's the underlying message of this Five of Cups? Whoa, okay. Should I take these? Yes, okay. Take those. Okay, I feel like maybe this might be a separate, or maybe this might continue. So let's see what else is coming up for you this week. Five of Pentacles. Yeah, this is also not knowing where you belong. Like, they're like outside of church or whatever, you know, feeling just dejected and down, and not feeling like, yeah, because, I mean, you could be going through this situation where you're in a relationship and like things fell apart. So yeah, you don't know where you belong in the world, and that's perfectly natural. Like, that's fine. All right, so let's see what the underlying energy of this Five of Pentacles is. The Ace of Cups. Yes, of course. Yep. This is, you know, just not feeling receptive. This is this is emotional. This is a new love. This is new everything. This is like a hand coming out of nowhere. But you know what? Maybe you're not in a receptive place. You can't see these 2 cups that are here because you're too upset about everything, and that's fair. I mean, it sucks. It really does suck. But remember that, like, if you look here, this is kind of like the tree of life here. So just remember that you're always a part of this cycle. You're always going to be in this sort of growing, developing state, even when you're feeling down. And this popped out to me right now. This snail. There's a little snail here, which is indicating that this growth that you want, this relationship growth, it may be slow. It may be slower than you're expecting, which is fine. You want it to be a little bit slower. You don't want things to just flash in a pan and disappear, because I feel like maybe that's what happened recently. And then, I don't know which way this went, but the King of Pentacles is coming up here. Let's see which way. Well, it wants to be upright, so we'll keep it. So I feel like if you're able to be receptive, if you're able to put your hand out again and be open to the world and what it has to show you, if you're willing to be open to this message that comes in, you're going to find that there's somebody, either it will be you or it will be somebody else, who is a stable person. Like, this person is very stable. He's opulent. He has all the earthly treasures. He has his castle. He has a golden scepter. He has these grapes all over him, like in his robe, and his big pentacle. Like, he's in control of his world, and he knows where he belongs. He has his home. So maybe this is taking a step away from relationships for a moment, Scorpio. I know it's hard to do that when that's all you can think about, but I feel like this is a reminder to step back into yourself and remember your power, remember what you've worked for, remember how much you've actually created in the world, and operate from that point of stability, because I feel like that's what will help bring in whatever else you want. Because if we're stable when we start, then whatever we encounter in the world, it will be more stable because of that. Because if we're like, if one half, I think about it like 2 things meeting, right? So if one thing is stable and another thing is maybe unstable even, then there's a higher chance for stability. But if 2 unstable things come together, well, that's just, it's unstable, right? And if, you know, somebody has more or less, like, there's a balance here. So I feel like the more stable that you can be, the higher chance of success you will have in your relationships. And that means like stability financially and emotionally, because if you're able to be stable like financially and like materially, then you'll feel like, okay, maybe I can introduce something into my life. You can flip this cup upright and have it fill with whatever happens. All right, so let's get into your messages from Spirit. Sorry, that was a little bit long-winded. Let's get into your messages from Spirit. Oh. All right, so you got change coming. Change is coming. That's a great sign. Change is coming. And the next card that kind of flipped out in here was the Two of Wands, which indicates success in 2 areas, which is really interesting. So if you're looking at, like, you know, doing another business, a side hustle, do it, change it, just go for it, because I feel like this is, the change is coming. Spirit's trying to tell you that change is here, and to embrace it, that means you will have success, and you will be this King of Pentacles. Let's get another card for this Two of Wands. What is this? What are these 2 areas of success? Thank you. Okay. This is slow, steady growth, okay? Let's see what the other area of success will be. Oh, we got 2 cards here. All right. Ooh, which way do you want to be? Which way do you want to be? Upright Tower. Upright Pentacles. Okay. Okay, so, yeah, this is interesting. So, the Tower. You know what? This change that's coming, the success, I mean, yeah, it's going to be slow. It's going to take work. Like, this is mastery with the 8 of Pentacles, and this is a message coming, a stable message coming in. So this could actually be somebody else coming in for you that's stable, or you working towards that material stability. In any case, it's going to change your life. Because with the Tower card here, it's going to get rid of everything that's superfluous and just break everything down to the foundation. Because from the foundations, you can rebuild a life that you want and like that you really desire. So if you can do that from a place of being stable and, you know, going slow. What did I say before with the little snail? I said it's a slow sort of building. And then we got the Knight here, which is slow building, and then the 8 of Pentacles, which is mastery. Because he's building his coins up to heaven. Like, he's on the path. He's not stopping. All right? So, yeah, I feel like this is good. I feel like that's good. All right? Let's go into your sacred symbols. I'm going to say build it and they will come. Sorry. I'm just going to take that note before I take down the spread. All right, let's get into this. What does Scorpio need to know? What does Scorpio need to know this week? What does Scorpio need to know this week? If you connect with cards, it'll happen faster. Oh, wow. You really connected with the cards. Okay, well, the first one that came up was focus, so I'm going to take that one. So focus. Yeah, focus on what you want. Focus on what you really desire in this world. Like, I mean, it's kind of pointing at the relationship thing, but for now, I feel like the focus should be, I mean, I can't say what you should or should not do, but I feel like the right action here is to really focus on your own stability. Like I said, that will bring upon other stability too. Okay, we got our next card. What is this card? Karmic path. Okay. So if this relationship happened and it maybe was like, you know, it wasn't so great, consider the fact that they may have been like a karmic partner, like somebody from a past life that you may have had like leftover issues with, and that like when you leave them, it feels terrible. This could be like a twin flame sort of relationship, or, you know, some sort of karmic relationship where you had to deal with something with them, like just to get it over your system. And now that they're gone, you know what? Now you can move forward and focus on what you have to do next for your own karma. All right, let's get one more and then we'll get into the rune. One more card for Scorpio, please. Thank you. Boundaries. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, if this person comes in again, and this was a kind of like a foul sort of thing, like, I'm not saying don't connect with them, because I feel like, you know, connecting here is it's gonna happen. Like, you're gonna connect in some way, but it's gonna be over like this kind of like not feeling so great energy and not knowing where you belong. Just remember your boundaries, and remember that you're like, you are the divine feminine. Like, even if you're a man or a woman, like, you have that divine, receptive, powerful, no nonsense energy within you. Like, this, look, this is like leopard, man. He can tear some shit up. So just remember your boundaries and remember that you're worth it. You are worth it. You're totally worth it. You're the King of Pentacles. You're the Nine of Pentacles. You're all this. You're all this change. So just embrace whatever change comes up for you, even if it feels like it's not the emotional change that you want. If it's the life change you need, then that's way more valuable. All right, let's get into your rune and see what we got here. So what rune does Scorpio need to work with? What rune does Scorpio need to work with this week? What rune does Scorpio need to work with this week? Got one? Ooh. Interesting. Oh, come on. What's the name of this one? I always forget. No, it's Manas. I always confuse M with Ehwaz, but this is Manas, and this is two joy symbols facing each other, which is like basically the Two of Cups. So let's get into this. Let's look. Let's go to 63. So Manas, the self. The starting point is the self. Its essence is water. Only clarity, willingness to change is effective now. A correct relationship with yourself is primary. From it flow all possible correct relationship with others and with the divine. What was I talking about? Seriously. Remain modest. That is the oracle's counsel. Regardless of how great may be your merit, be yielding, devoted, and moderate, for then you have a true direction for your way of life. Be in the world, but not of it. That is implicit here, and yet do not be closed, narrow, or judging. Remain receptive to the impulses flowing from the divine within and without. Strive to live the ordinary life in a non-ordinary way. Remember at all times that is coming to be and passing away, and focus on that which abides. I feel like I read that wrong. Remember at all times what is coming to be and passing away, and focus on that which abides. There we go. It's funny how like a little pause can like change the whole structure of a sentence. Nothing less is called for from you now. This is a time of major growth and rectification, and as a rule, rectification must come before progress. This is not a time to seek credit for accomplishments or to focus on results. Rather, be content to do your task for the task's sake. This is more a problem for those whose eyes are already on the goal than it is for those who have not forgotten how to play and can more easily lose themselves in doing the work for its own sake. Herein lies the secret of experiencing a true present. If you take the rune of the self and cut it down the middle, you get the rune of joy with its mirror image. There is a subtle caution here against carelessness. The dancing acrobatic energy of balancing is called for now. The self is required to balance the self. Nothing in excess was the second phrase written over the gateway at the temple to Delphi. The first counsel was know thyself. With these words, the alphabet of the Viking runes begins. All right. So this is what I was saying. Like, focus on yourself right now. Like, build up whatever you need. And like, this is like, they were talking about, you know, just do it for the task's sake. This is what this guy's doing. He's just building and mastering it. Like, yeah, it's slow, but it will happen. So like, don't worry. Like, you're going to really build foundations. And this is, I feel like, yeah, this is rebuilding a foundation with yourself, with the High Priestess being reversed and everything. All right, Scorpio. Well, yeah, great reading overall. I hope you have a fantastic week. And if you want a private reading, please let me know. I would love to work with you. All right. Well, take care, Scorpio.